live. We are live. Let's freaking go, guys. Big show for you tonight. We're going through UFC 329, Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway picks. If you guys have been subscribed to the channel, have notifications on, then you know that I picked Sean Strickland 100% for sure to beat Khamzat Chimaev. I picked Justin Gaethje 100% for sure to beat Ilia Topuria. When no one said either of those things were going to happen, I picked Josh Hokit to be the next title contender at heavyweight, back when nobody was even paying attention to the dude and everybody was talking about Tom Aspinall. I told the world exactly what was going to happen, and it's playing out exactly like we talked. I train with all these guys at Extreme Couture. I have some misinformation sometimes, and I'm going to give you my UFC 329 picks. We're going to talk about it. Hop in the chat. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I appreciate everybody that subscribed to the channel, and I really, really enjoy when you guys are on live with me, because then the chat pops off, and then we can really have some fun, and we might even get weird in a little bit. No telling what we might do. No telling where this might go. Real quick, my name is King David MMA. I'm a professional MMA champion, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I coach and I train at the best gym on the planet, Extreme Couture, Pro Wrestling Fight Circus. Who's keeping track, right? You know what I'm saying? 2 million in gyms, so whatever, right? Also, make sure you send your coach to Studio Millions. We did, in fact, get one local gym $2 million in gym sales in 18 months. And if you want us to do the same for your coach will absolutely love you for it. Send them to studiomillions.com. Also, guys, I got a caffeine sponsor coming. I'm not sponsored by Whole Foods, but, you know, I do love 0-calorie caffeine with no artificial sweeteners. So let me take a sip of this and we will get right into it. And if you tap the like, it changes colors, man. It has a cool little animation. You feel good about it. Helps me out, and then I can appreciate you for it. Same thing. If you subscribe, then I can appreciate you for subscribing. And if you got notifications set to all notifications, you'll know when I go live, because I go live at random times. Usually, I'm getting a couple rounds in at Extreme Couture right now. I hop in with the amateur team sometimes just to move around a little bit. But lately, dude, pro practice is pro practice, man. You can't replicate pro practice. So today, I took my happy ass to pro practice in the morning, sparred 3-time Bellator champion, 2-time Bellator champion, 3-time Bellator champion, Patchy Mix. We were calling each other all sorts of names during the round. And great practice was had by all guys. Let's get right into these picks. All right, so right off the jump, Conor versus Max Holloway. I'm not going to get into this too deep this second. We can get into the breakdown in a minute, but I'm picking Conor. I am 100% sure Conor will win. There's a whole host of reasons, which we'll get into after we go through the rest of the card. But I want to start off the top of the live. Just letting you guys know, Conor's going to win. Do not bet any money. I'm not telling anybody to bet anything. I don't encourage gambling. I'm just saying Conor's going to beat Max, and he's going to make it look easy. And he's going to make it look like, oh, whoa, there's levels to martial arts. And as good as Max is, Conor is on a different level. We can get into that. But just know Conor's winning. Conor's winning. Conor's winning. Conor is winning. All right. Also, the next fight up on this list that I've got here, Benoit Saint Denis versus Paddy the Baddy. Again, I pick sides, guys. I'm not Mr. Oh, it's gonna be a good fight. Oh, the fans win. Oh, I know both of them, so I'm not gonna pick sides. I mean, I'm not doing that. Paddy the Baddy's gonna win. You know why? Do you guys know why Paddy will win? Because, oh, Paddy the Baddy. Oh, Paddy the Baddy. That's why, right? Paddy's going to win, guys. And, I have some thoughts on that, because I feel like Benoit Saint Denis, his essentially best win in recent memory is against, how you say his name? Hoofy? Okay, cool. Patty to me is just better than BSD, man. I know that's kind of crazy, kind of controversial. I heard BSD is the favorite to win. Patty's actually going to beat him. So, Pat, listen, I'm going to keep it 1,000,000,000% honest with you guys. Total transparency. I'm not telling you that this is how you should pick fights. I'm just telling you I'm extremely biased. My friend and former teammate, Jordan Levitt, fought Patty Puma. Patty beat my boy Jordan. So in order for Jordan to look good, Patty needs to look good. So I need Patty to win. I mean, I don't need him to do anything, but I'm picking Patty to win so that looks better for my guy. That's how I operate. Okay? Now, but also, in addition to that, I genuinely believe Patty's the better fighter. People get confused because he has a different haircut. And everyone says, oh, he dances and has a different haircut. That means he's just trying to be like Conor McGregor or what. Like, that's got nothing to do with his fighting style. His fighting style is he's very aggressive and he can grapple, which is a tough combination for anybody. I believe, again, there's levels to the game. BSD is good. Patty Pimlin's better. Let me check the chat real quick. John Dong in the chat says, what's up? Yeah, I'm picking Patty. Hey, good pick. BSD wins when his opponents fight dumb. Like he beat Hooker because he went for a takedown for some reason. And he was winning against DP because DP kept going for guillotines. Yeah, so the one thing that a lot of people overlook in Patty is Scouses don't get knocked out. No, I'm just playing. But Patty, people are critical of his kind of like head up style at times, but he's been getting away with it, right? So like at some point maybe it'll catch up to him, but it hasn't caught up to him yet. And he took a lot of shots against Justin. Now some people are going to say, oh, well, maybe that'll affect this fight. I don't think so. Patty is a very, very big boy. I pulled up to Extreme Couture and Strickland and a bunch of the guys at 170 and above pro practice were up there because I was pulling up for 155 and below pro practice, which happens right after. So I walk over, I'm like, oh, dude, we got influencers in the gym today. There's this fucking surfer dude. And I'm like, what the fuck is this surfer dude? I mean, good. I like beach activities. Okay. I lived at the beach for 6-7 years. And I was doing handstands at the beach. I live 140 steps off the sand, but who's keeping track, right? You know what I'm saying? We could see Tower 5 out of our front door. Whatever, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm one of those guys, right? So I was living at the beach, and I'm very into, catching waves and doing all the shit. I would go out with no surfboard. That's a whole, we're getting off topic, guys. So I see this fucking big-ass fucking surfer dude. And I'm like, what is this surfer influencer doing? Is it like some kind of like, oh, he surfs and, maybe Strickland fights or like some kind of crossover that the UFC sent him here to go meet some of the UFC guys or what is he doing? Anyways, surfer dude bounces. And then they're like, yo, guy, yo, King David, you see that guy? I'm like, oh, the surfer guy? They're like, yeah, Patty. Did you just see Patty? And I'm like, what? Dude, I thought it was like a 6 foot something, 220 pound surfer. It was Patty the Baddie. I have no idea how he gets to 155 pounds. I didn't pay too much attention. I didn't realize it was Patty. I didn't size him up like that. But just off a glance, I'm like, this guy is similar size to like Strickland at the time. That's how big Patty the Baddie was when he was at the gym. That's crazy. That's crazy. He was so big, I didn't recognize him. That's how big he was. Patty's a big boy. I think that helps with him taking these shots. And I just feel that he's going to beat up BSD. People tend to underestimate Patty. Patty's fucking resilient, man. And he's going to be able to push in the later rounds. I think he overwhelms BSD. I think we get some kind of drama between Conor and Patty. Maybe Patty calls out Conor. He would be wise to do so. Maybe Patty wants to run it back with Justin Gaethje. He's calling for a title shot. You know, like we've got some options. So I believe Patty's going to win, and then he's going to make some kind of controversy pop, and that's going to lead into the Conor fight. Also, we have Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Batista. I know they fought before. I get that. That was, let's say, earlier in Mario's development. And fuck, dude, who would I? Here we're doing my crazy shit again. I trained with Patchy Mix. Patchy Mix fought Mario Batista. Mario Batista is going to win because that's going to make Patchy Mix look better. Let's freaking go, guys. I'm picking Mario. I know. It's crazy. I know. But Mario is at a really good camp out there in Arizona, and I believe that something has clicked with him to where he leveled up and he opened up a new, because he and I have a common some little dude that he fought at the beginning of his career had beef with me publicly, went on his Instagram, called me out. The dude was in the UFC. I said, bro, I'll pull up, dog, tell Sean Shelby to sign me. If you really got a problem, we can meet at 145. I'll KO you stiff, right? And that guy went the distance with Mario Batista. So at that time, Mario must have had an injury or something, or was just working on something in the fight or whatever, because he should have got that guy out of there. But I think a couple fights in, got all of his UFC nerve experience out of the way, and now he's really unlocked something because, yeah, man, Patchy Mix is a very, very challenging person to win a fight against, and Batista was able to do it. So Batista's very high level. I think that in this rematch, Batista takes it, guys. I know, controversial, and I'm not picking this way to be intentionally controversial. I'm genuinely really biased. Is actually what it is in a lot of these situations. I'm biased. I train with all these guys. I want my friends to look good. If somebody beat one of my friends, well, then guess what? We need them to win so that our friends look better, okay? So that's like having my motivation with picking these fights. But we got Gable Stevenson coming in. Honestly, man, like, what's up? Elijah Ellison. Fuck, dude. Throw the George Masvidal, Ben Askren knee. Throw the flying knee and hope for the best. Yeah, everybody's picking Gable. I don't know too much about either one of these guys other than Gable Stevenson is an Olympic gold medalist and he's been training with John Jones. I would imagine that they're bringing Gable in to beat this guy. That's a pretty straightforward pick, I would imagine. We got Cody Garbrandt versus, and I'm skipping over fights because some of these fights, like, I don't really care about in that regard. Like some of these, listen. Okay, we got King Green versus Terrence McKinney. Do I know what's going to happen in that fight? No. Right? Is it going to be a fun fight? Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a fun fight. Great fight to watch. And again, if I'm picking somebody, I'm going to pick Terrence because he's friends with my boy Dr. Octagon. Okay? My boy Dr. Octagon reps Fight Circus. I pro wrestle at Fight Circus. I fuck with Dr. Octagon. You may see us out and about. He was just at the MMA Awards. He was up on stage with Sean Merriman, and they were giving the award for Best Ring Card Girl. Whatever Ring Card Girl won, my guy Doc Ock was on stage. He's friends with Terrence, so I'm picking Terrence. Okay? That's how I operate. But I hope Cody Garbrandt gets it done in this fight against Adrian Yanez. Yeah, man. Shout out to Cody Garbrandt. Let's freaking go. Man, his performance against... If there was like one fight where like you could have that performance, the one fight might be Cody Garbrandt versus Dominic Cruz. That was like a magical performance. If you guys have not watched that fight, because especially people are coming in the sport a little bit newer, go watch that. Cody Garbrandt versus Dominic Cruz. Especially go watch like 2 or 3 of Dominic Cruz's wins before that and see how Dominic Cruz would just frustrate everybody and beat everybody up. And then watch what Cody Garbrandt does to him. It's like Cody Garbrandt was in the Matrix. That was crazy. Also, skipping over a bunch, we got Luke Riley versus Kai Kamaka the third. Kai Kamaka is my teammate at Extreme Couture. I am 100% picking Kai Kamaka. Let's freaking go. Shout out to Kai Kamaka. Dude, Kai Kamaka was fighting so many people and out here in Vegas and all kinds of shit. So he definitely put in the work. He put in the work. He's back in the UFC. He got a dub in his last fight. He's going into this fight. He's going to get another dub. Let's freaking go. We got Tracy Cortez. She's fighting Wang Kong. Controversial opinion coming. Controversial opinion coming. Guys, my girlfriend is Chinese. So I'm picking Wang Kong to win against Tracy Cortez. That's how I get down. And honestly, I believe Wang Kong will win. I am... how should we put this? I think a lot of people simp over Tracy Cortez, and it misaligns their thought process. I am not a Tracy Cortez fan in that regard. And when you remove the simping and the fandom away, and you just kind of look at it as X's and O's, I believe this Wang Chong from China will come in very disciplined. Listen, I have exposure to the Chinese culture. Listen, first of all, guys, I'm like super pro America. America's cooked. Right? Like the way that they operate in China, guys, they have an army of fucking disciplined people. I'm picking Wang to beat Tracy Cortez, guys. I'm picking her. You know what? And honestly, man, Tracy Cortez kind of has some stuff to say about Brian Ortega. So for the bros, you know what I mean? For the bros, Tracy Cortez is going down. Let me check the chat real quick. We got user SY with the fire emojis. Hey, let's freaking go. Did you hear about the Gable Stevenson assault? The whole MMA community has turned on him. Dude, I don't know anything about that. I heard, whose podcast was it on? Might have been Brendan Schaub. Your guys' favorite podcaster. Brendan Schaub, I think, was talking about it. Was it Brendan Schaub? Who the fuck was it? Because I try and listen to a bunch of different podcasts before I come on here, so I kind of get the tone of what's being talked about. And yeah, they said something about some crazy shit with him, which is, if true, the limited information I got from like a 10th party, which was on a podcast of somebody saying that they heard something about something else. It sounded really, really, really bad to me. So we don't really rock with that at all around here. And I also have an issue accusing people of shit that I don't know anything about. I don't know if there was a conviction. I don't know if there were charges pressed. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. So if you guys know more than me, drop it in the chat. But as far as that's concerned, from what I heard, it sounded really, really bad. And yeah, man, we don't fuck with that. So that's the issue, right? Is that, like, we talked about this the other day. There's several people who have all kinds of cases and charges in not just MMA, but all sports and media and everything. And a lot of the cases are bad. And I mean, like, person did bad thing to other person and then got convicted or filed it, or something bad actually happened to a victim. And in other cases, so-and-so decided to run for politics, and then this person, and then they couldn't prove enough there wasn't enough evidence to pursue a criminal case. So now they settled in a civil case or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh, so the same time somebody decides to run for politics, somebody else comes out. Right? But I don't think that was the case with Gable, from my understanding. And I am not an expert on it at all. So, yeah, until I have more facts, Gable's so talented. What? Yeah. So, also, I don't know the details on it. Dude, I don't know, dog. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm talking super hypotheticals. And yeah, man, I hope whoever was involved, it's like you almost hope that it's not true, because then that means that somebody wasn't hurt in that way. And then that also means that he's not the dude that did that, and then all can be well. That may not be the case. So, yeah. If someone took my glasses off my face and threw them like that, I'd slap them. Bro, something popped off? Dude, I don't even know anything about glasses. What happened? What happened, bro? There's something popping off. I missed it. I was at pro practice, and then it was so fucking hot driving home. Dude, it was. Here's the thing. I'm out here in Vegas training Extreme Couture, right? Oh shit, I haven't even seen the face off. I haven't seen the face off. Holy fuck. I gotta fucking watch that, man. Yeah, so sounds like it popped off. Dude, Conor's gonna beat the brakes off that off of Max Holloway. I know we discussed this the other day, and you seem to think differently, which, hey, that's why they fight, right? And maybe Max can prove. Hey, Max ain't proving me wrong. Let's go. And then the other fight I wanted to talk about real quick is Farid Basharat versus John Garza. I trained with Farid and his brother a couple times at Extreme Couture. They're very talented. I'm picking Farid to win 100% again. I don't want, because here's the thing. I want to say take it to the bank. You know what I mean? But then people start putting money on shit, and then I'm like, dude, nobody said to do that. Now, some people do that on their own, and then one of the guys in the chat, he Tycoon Troy, he pulled up to Extreme Couture and hit me with 50, bro. He was like, dog, I put money on Justin Gaethje after you picked Justin Gaethje. He was like, you were so convincing with as to why Gaethje will win. I went and put more. He had already bet. He went and put more money. And so he came up, and I was like calling his bluff, because he's like, oh, if Justin wins, I'm going to give you $50 or whatever. I'm like, I'm from the show me state. Okay, words and actions are one. Let's see what's up. So dude pulled up. Legit. And so I got a lot of respect for him for doing that, because a lot of people will say things and then not do them. So anyways, agree, Bo. Farid should dominate. Yeah, Farid's gonna slap that dude around. I'll tell you this, though. Max looked shook in the presser. Conor was getting under his skin hard. Yeah, it's also hard to overcome a lot of the psychological things. Like, Max did get taken down in the Conor fight 13 years ago. And then he recently got taken down against Charles Oliveira. If he's a little bit more hesitant on the feet, that's a little less volume. That's a little less push towards Conor's cardio issues. Conor cracks him. Now the momentum of the fight changed. Max is worried about the takedown, gets hit with something. Max shoots on Conor. Conor gets on top. You know, like, a lot of crazy shit can happen, especially when... So I believe there's like kind of two mental states, right? Which is, in a fight, predator and prey. And when you are in prey mode, you're thinking about, like, what's this guy going to do? And you're kind of like, the shot's there, and you like don't throw it. But when you're in predator mode, you're like, I'm going to fucking KO this guy. And you're just, whoa, and the shots just fucking throw themselves in a way. And I believe that's the state that Conor McGregor, and this is getting really esoteric, but that's the state that Conor's going to be in, is the shots are going to fucking throw themselves, and Conor will be in a flow state. and Max will be a little bit more tense, especially after what you're saying about the face-off. So I'm doubling down on my Conor. I'm doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on my Conor McGregor pick, guys. Also, let me agree, bro. I don't know, man. Conor been partying so hard and all the nose candy. With that said, I think Max might have received a golden handshake to lose. Yeah, I don't think Max would take that. I mean, nothing's, who the fuck knows, right? Like, who the fuck knows? But in terms of Conor's partying, I believe Conor is locked in for this fight. I believe he hit rock bottom. I believe he has found sobriety. I believe he's found God. I believe he's reconnected with his family. I believe he's been abstinent for this fight. I believe he put a bed at the gym so he could sleep there after sparring. He's totally dialed in, locked in, reconnected with his identity as someone who makes history, is the greatest fight sports icon in the world. And his subconscious mind will have to live up to that identity, because when that's your identity, then oftentimes the subconscious will follow suit with whatever your identity is. I also, as terms of the nose candy, some of the best people I've ever trained with were like former meth heads. They got like a weird ability to fight and scrap. I have a theory on it. I haven't fleshed out the theory, but there's some theory between being like a down and out drug addict that translates really well into being able to fight for whatever reason. I don't know what the correlation is, and I'm not calling it causation, but there's some kind of weird thing that happens. Also, John Jones beat Daniel Cormier off a fucking bender. So anything is possible. I feel you, bro. I know what you're saying. Yeah, so I think Conor's been off it as well. He might even have the residual effects. I was talking, he's going to have residual effects from steroids. He's going to have thicker bone density. His shots are probably going to land harder. He's also probably got more muscle because he lost, let's say, 20 pounds of muscle when he got off the juice, but he kept 10 of it. He's got more muscle. He's got more muscle fiber. He's got more bone density. Max has his hands full, man. I'm telling you guys. So you're suggesting up and coming young fighters smoke crack? Got it, dude, bro. That's exactly what I'm suggesting. Now, it's funny how people will do that, though, right? Like you'll say something and then someone will go, so you're saying. It's a fun media trick. So, anyways, guys, that's the live for tonight. Appreciate you guys. Hey, man, and honestly, this was a really good chat because you guys have some fucking good insights and stuff like that. I'm going to go watch a press conference now. I appreciate you guys for pulling up. Make sure notifications are set to all notifications because it go live at random times. And if you're subscribed, I appreciate you. And if you subscribe right now, then I'm going to appreciate you for it. All right, guys.